And now we've come so far. One chance to touch a star. Go higher and higher. Find your guiding inspiration in a place where dreams align. With a light and revelation, it's no time to be afraid. Put our differences behind us while we shine like the sun.
Hello everybody, welcome to a very special edition of Let's Chat on Sundays with me, Michael El-Bacha. And this show has been put together because of our lockdown, and it's so exciting to know this is the eve before our lockdowns lift. How amazing is that? Now, tonight I have a couple of amazing people joining me. I'm so honoured. I'll just stop this. This is the official song for Give Out. I've got a couple of them. Okay, here we go. We've got, they're both coming on. Victoria. Yeah. I think, here we go. We've got the amazing Jane. Oh, hello.
Michael, how are you?
Hello, gorgeous. Hello, Jane.
Hello.
How are you both?
Good, amazing. Just in lockdown, one more night.
Yes, one more night. We're having a conversation on the eve before we can go out there and see each other again. How gorgeous is that? And I forgot. And just so people don't know, Giving Out You're a Massive Rainbow Family is on next week, but we can start donating from today for Give Out Day. We've got the amazing chatting with Give Out Day Ambassador, international DJ showgirl Victoria Anthony.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. How are you?
Yeah, great. And we've also got the co-executive director at 2010, the one and only Jain Moralee. How are you?
Hi, Michael. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining in. Hi, Victoria. I was like, I'm going to have to put makeup on because I'm going to be with the most glamorous Miss Victoria Anthony. But, you know, there's not much I can do.
You don't know.
Sitting alongside.
I haven't put makeup on, so it's good to like have it done and be on a live. So yeah, thanks for having me. And yeah, it's amazing.
I mean, so people know Friday, 15th of October is Give Out Day, and it's a day of supporting our rainbow family, and it's a National Day of Giving. And you're both very involved in that. And brand ambassador is you, Victoria. I mean, let's talk about you, and then I'll chat with 2010's Jane just about the importance of Give Out Day for you.
So basically, the importance of Give Out Day, as you all know, it's a day where you can give to charities and organizations that support the community, and that is all doubled on Give Out Day, and you can go on giveout.org.au/projects to donate to one of the organizations that are teaming up with Give Out Day. And we also have an amazing event on October 15th, and you can find all the details on the website giveout.org.au. And I will be DJing. It's an hour extravaganza, and I will be one of the DJs that will be closing off the amazing hour of happy hour extravaganza, and you can catch me there. And I'm so excited. It's just like perfect timing that we're back out of this lockdown. And yeah, I'll be on the decks. I'll be in my room, but I am also going to be back on the decks on Oxford Street as well. So I'm excited about all of that. And yes, 2010 is also one of the organizations that you can donate to. And when I was a teen, I actually used to go to 2010, and it was one of the first places because I wanted to find people like me when I was about 15, 16, and I actually called up 2010 and said, you know, I want to find other people like me. I want to meet people, and I that was one of the first places I met other people like me, going to 2010 when it was in Newtown.
And you know what? Amazing 2010. I feel the same too. I was very connected with 2010. Back in the day, I have to say this. I did tell Jane that my first ever experience on a flight was with 2010. And that was many, many years ago. And thank you so much for all the work that you guys do. And I know how important this is for the younger generations that are growing up to be different, like myself and Victoria, and how important the work that you do, Jane. So you are amazing directors, the co-executive director.
Thank you. Well, I just want to say firstly, like, congratulations, Victoria, on being an amazing ambassador for Give Out Day. I just think, it's so important to have visibility and voice in our communities. So I was so thrilled to see you announced as an ambassador, and it's like always so amazing to me. I meet so many people in my work, in my personal life, in the community, that have a 2010 story. And here we are today with, like, you two fabulous folks who have got that connection to the organisation. I've been with 2010 for 4 years, so your connection probably predates me. So I'm very lucky. I get to work with this amazing team of people that just do such great work for all the people that we work with and support, young people and people of all ages. Lots of which I really can't take any credit for, but I guess, I always love seeing people thriving and, being celebrated and living beautiful, healthy lives like we all should be. And that, at some part of their journey, they've had a touch point with 2010 and it's made a positive impact on their lives. So, I always find it really moving, I have to say. So thanks to both of you for sharing those personal stories.
Thank you for all the amazing work you do. It's so amazing. And I went to 2010. I'm kind of exposing my age now, but I went to 2010 15 years ago, like 15, 14, something around that time, 15 years ago. And yeah, it's just an amazing place to be, especially when you're young, especially when you're isolated too. I grew up in Bankstown, so I didn't really know anyone in the community. There wasn't a community out there that supported me. So yeah, I think 2010, my first place I ever met anyone like me.
Wow.
I'm in Guildford as well, so I could so relate with your story being an LGBT and a gay man myself. So that's why I kind of laugh. And that 2010 were there for both of us. So yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
and like today. Oh, sorry.
Okay, go on. Sorry, Jane. Yeah, you go.
Oh no,
on.
no,
Sorry.
you go.
I was just saying that, yeah, I know the area as well, Michael. Like I lived in Fairfield. I know all of the West area, and like there's not a lot out there for us, for our community. So yeah, it's amazing 2010 what you can do.
I was going to jump in and say, I guess like today is International Mental Health Day, and I think what's fabulous is that Give Out Day does take place in October, which is Mental Health Month. And a lot of the work that 2010 do is really, supporting young people to have, good mental health, as well as, experience a safe space to be themselves and to be able to take that, the things that they can glean through connection to community and other services at 2010 out into their lives. And we're really focusing in the next couple of years on spending, having more resources available in parts of New South Wales like Western Sydney, as well as regional and rural areas. And part of the reason why I mention this is that, as a small organisation, like many of the orgs that are fundraising on Give Out Day, even though, we're a medium-sized organisation, we've been around for 40 years next year. Can you believe it? We're turning 40. I remember my 40th well. It was a good time. And we plan to celebrate it in style next year. But Even though we are, we have been around for a long time, we have this long, rich history that you're both aware of. We're always fundraising. It's a big part of my job. It is about, really understanding the people in our community who want to support and are in the position to support. And support can look really different. It can be, philanthropists and larger cash donations. It can be, a coffee a week donation, or lots of people volunteer their time or their expertise. So just for folks out there, you can support orgs in many ways, and I think it's really important to know that Give Out Day is an opportunity where we get to pull focus on LGBTIQA plus community organisations, community groups and activities around the country. And we're under supported in this space, and I think that's why it's so fantastic that it's happening. And we are raising funds specifically this year for a project called 2010 on the Move. So we got a government grant last year to buy a people mover, a van. We had images of painting it with rainbow colours and, taking on the road. It'll probably just be white with some decal stickers, let's be honest. But we want to be able to raise some extra money. The grant covers a portion of the money that we need for that van. But what that van will mean is we can take young people to events, like maybe symposiums, conferences. We can take the team on the road to more regional spaces for events, say Newcastle Pride, Coastal Twist, and all the excellent, amazing, all the excellent work that's happening in the regions, as well as deliver training in those spaces. And it will help in the city too, because we do have a housing service, and there's always a piece of furniture to be moved, or a young one who might need a bit of extra support. So this Give Out Day, if you donate to 2010, it will go directly to our new rainbow people mover van that will really help us, I guess, just expand our work in spaces physically, so we can go physically. And what a relief that next year, tomorrow, we actually will be able to move around and connect with community in person. Next year, we're really looking forward to it.
Amazing. Well, Victoria, you should be so proud of yourself too, darling. You've come a long way with your amazing story. You're international DJ. You're
not so international at the moment.
From Pakistan.
Action in Sydney, definitely. And I'm so excited to be a part of Give Out Day, and all the amazing ambassadors. It's not just me. There's people. There's drag queens. There's singers. We're all giving our talents and everything to Give Out Day and creating an amazing event. So I just can't wait for that. And that's all going to be happening on Friday. And just make sure you check it out online, giveout.org.au.
So is this an online event?
As well, because I can see people coming in and out of the line.
Hello,
everyone. Do you have any questions?
Ruby Rose Management, hello. Cat Music, hello, management. So Ruby Rose is very involved with Give Out. They're online as well. We've got about 80 organisations, LGBTQIA organisations, where Give Out Day is raising funds for. So 2010 is just one of the organisations who do amazing work. I'm so honoured to be speaking to both of you guys. And brand ambassadors, you've got to be something special, like you are, Victoria, to be a brand ambassador. How are you raising money? What's your plan of attack?
So basically, with Give Out Day, like I said, we're doing the happy hour extravaganza, and I'll be DJing. We've also got trivia as well with the amazing Charisma Bell, and Greg Gould has also been is involved. He's an amazing singer, and he will be putting out one of his singles that he's just recently worked on, and also. Basically, I love being a part of Give Out because I think that it's really important to be visible, and I'm kind of trying to be the representation for the trans community, and I think it's really hard to find trans people. Like a lot of people don't know us. We're kind of like hidden away, and I feel like it's good to be visible and proud of who you are, and that's why I wanted to be a part of Give Out. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
You know, gorgeous, by the way. I'm like looking at you going, but
I
yeah, sorry, Jane.
on trans younger, like when I wanted to do it, like there wasn't really anyone I could talk to. So if anyone wants to affirm their gender, you can message me, and I can help you with any of the anything you need to know about this about being trans. And there's also the amazing Trans Hub ACON that's got a lot of information as well. And ACON is also teaming up with Give Out Day as well, so you can also donate to ACON this year.
Really, Rose is saying, let's be honest, babe, you brought in P&O Cruises. You did a wonderful job.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. I am actually, it was meant to be a secret, but sometime next year, we're going to be sailing in December 2022. Hopefully, we're doing like one of the first big Pride cruises from Melbourne to Sydney, and then Sydney to Melbourne, and they're going to be 3-day cruises. So get your tickets. And P&O Cruises are actually going to be offering a $4,000 package to have someone on board as part of Give Out Day as well. So
wow.
they're
Amazing.
me on the ship cruising around, and I'll be DJing one of the nights for the P&O cruise. Yeah, that's really, and there's going to be a commercial soon that we filmed like ages ago, but I guess because of lockdown, like it was exciting with the amazing Coco Jumbo, Hans the German, etc., and Simon Dunn as well. So that's going to be a really exciting opportunity. So I'd love to see you all, anyone watching, and you too, Michael and Jane.
Oh, thank you. You know what? People can actually win tickets, win that to be on that cruise by purchasing tickets for Give Out Day, by giving out money as well. So that's all online.
Definitely.
That cruise just sounds like it's going to be, a highlight of many people's calendars next year. I mean, we're all looking forward to like getting out and being amongst people again and the community again. And I'm sure you must be so looking forward to getting out and DJing, where you've got a real life dance floor happening.
Yeah, I know I'm going to have to deal with there not being any dancing straight away, but yeah, I love to dance and make people happy when they're dancing. And yeah, I just can't wait to do it again. It will be a lot of fun. I might even head to Melbourne at some point. I'm doing a new business venture, and I'm studying at the moment, so I might be heading down there as well to DJ a little bit and then also study. So it'll be exciting.
Maria Rose said it's going to be Mardi Gras on the ocean.
And it's in December, so it's going to be like a gay Christmas. It'll be amazing. And that will lead up to how quick everything's coming up. It's like World Pride is coming up very soon, and yeah.
Well, I was just spending an hour on my Sunday before joining you two, finishing up an application for a World Pride project that 2010 are pitching. A bit top secret, obviously, because it's just at application stage. But I mean, we're doing all that work in preparation for 2023, and I know there's so many people, starting to work behind the scenes on World Pride, and it's just going to be a pretty incredible opportunity, to have so many people from overseas coming and experiencing Sydney. I should say, actually, I'm on Gadigal country. I didn't get a chance to say that at the start. And so I live and work on Gadigal country, and 2010 is also located on Gadigal land. We're in Chippendale. And I guess I just wanted to share, I think what's been so nice is hearing your personal experiences, but just for anyone that's out there that doesn't know about 2010, if you are between 12 and 25, we have so many support services and social programs that you can access online. And then as of next year, we'll be going back to in real life, in person. And we do have a project called Out West that takes place in Parramatta. So for any young people out in Western Sydney, keep an eye out for when Out West reopens next year. And we're looking to do more events in Western Sydney, which will be fabulous. And for folks of all ages, we do also have Q-Life. So we're the state partner for the National Service Q-Life, which means people can phone or instant message between 3 p.m. and midnight, 365 days a year, and they'll reach a peer supporter to chat through anything that they want to chat through, maybe get some referrals for services that might be in their area. And I think, you know, just while we're in Mental Health Month and we're coming out of this extended lockdown in many parts of the country, you know, and maybe there's a feeling that we all have to jump back on and jump back out there. But I know there's a lot of people that have trepidation around, or like some anxiety even around lockdown lifting for all sorts of reasons. And so I just want to let everyone know that's tuning in, you know, it's okay to have mixed emotions about lockdown lifting, and that Q-Life is always there if you want to chat to someone, and definitely 2010.org.au, and we're on all the socials if you want to get in touch and check out all of our programs. Our Discord Hangout, which is our online space, it's been running since the first lockdown, and we've continued right through, is this like wonderful activated space, lots of young people. They watch movies together online. We're having sessions with like Coaching Road Centre about health, and having mental health chats, as well as just, you know, unstructured chat times. So yeah, you can connect with 2010 online throughout the rest of the year. And I'm pretty sure we'll keep Hangout going next year too, because we're reaching lots of young folks that maybe otherwise wouldn't, you know, connect with 2010 in person. Just wanted to do the spruik.
I've got all this prepared, but I wanted to have a chat prior. But I want to know the services that you provide for 2010. What kind of with fundraising? Where would the money go to? Where would it? Yeah.
That's a great question. Yeah, thank you. At the moment, we're really looking to grow our counselling program. So we have a counsellor that is free, but we only have one person. And so we're looking to grow our counselling service offering and our short-term case management. So it might be that, you know, you've connected with 2010, but you need some assistance in some specific areas. You might not necessarily need to join our housing program or something more long-term than that. But certainly being able to provide counselling that isn't capped, you don't need a referral for. I think what's really important to know about 2010, especially for young people tuning in, or maybe you've got a young person in your life, that you don't need permission to access 2010. You don't need a referral. You don't need a permission from a parent or a doctor or a teacher. You can just drop us a line. You can, you know, when our drop-in space is open, you can arrive at the door, call us on our intake line, and you can access support. And when it comes to fundraising, you know, it's one of those tricky things. We really do try to raise funds for specific programs. Because it helps people kind of engage with really understanding where their donation is going. So yeah, over the next couple of years, it's certainly in our counselling space and in working in Western Sydney and in regional and rural New South Wales. So they're kind of some of the areas that we're directly fundraising for. But for Give Out Day, we thought we'd keep the target really specific. And for this year, yeah, it is the Rainbow People Mover. The other fun thing about Give Out Day for us is that it is the launch of 2010 Week, which we do every year, because like the 20th of October is 2010. So, you know, we're like, oh, that's 2010 Day. Okay, everyone, now you know. And so we've got a week of activities. So we'll be highlighting a lot of the work that we're doing, making some announcements of our own on Thursday, which is 2010 Day. But it kicks off with on Friday with Give Out Day, and yeah, we're really looking forward to it. So I've been looking at the Give Out page, the website, and there's so many wonderful orgs and community groups that are fundraising.
Exactly.
Amazing work. You should be so proud of the work. You've been with since 2000 and what was it? 2017. You've been doing
Yeah.
amazing work. Yeah, you're awesome. And you also come from an arts background as well. And we're all kind of arts background. And talk of the amazing work that you've done as well over the years with Chris Screens, darling, with the arts.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, you did your research, Michael.
I did research because this is where we connected, myself, you, and Victoria, because we're in the arts as well. And yeah, you've done amazing work, and you still work on projects with ACON and so forth through all that. So thank you so much on behalf of the community for all the work that you do.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you both for all the work that you do, and for, I just think, Victoria, it's that thing that you were saying before. I loved that you did that reach out, or letting people connect with you, because sometimes it's about, seeing yourself and knowing that, that journey that you're wanting to go on is attainable, and there are incredible people like you, and a thriving, healthy, happy, successful community out there, especially for young trans and gender diverse people. There's a community out there that can show you, they're the living proof that you're gonna, live your best life.
Exactly.
And Victoria, tell us about your journey. Can you enlighten our viewers about your journey and the importance of the trans, community as well, having a visible to the world?
I guess that I did say that as part of Give Out Day, I would tell my story a little bit. So maybe I'll tell a little bit about that as well. I have like something as well on YouTube called My Trans Story, and I kind of talk about my involvement as an entertainer and being transgender and how it all kind of came about. But basically, in 2013, I was on a gap year living in New York City, and I was by myself. I was paying my own bills. I was away from all my family and friends, and it gave me a lot of time to think about what I wanted to do with my life. And then I was thinking, I would love to live as Victoria, as a girl, and I started I went to a counselor at the LGBT center in Manhattan, and the counselor said to me, if you want to make the change, then you can definitely do it. And if you want to make a medical change as well, as long as you're being safe about it and you're healthy, then everything's fine. You can choose to express yourself however you want to express yourself. And then so basically I left for New York and came back to Sydney after a year as Victoria, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm happy. I love being who I am, and I'm very grateful for all of the support that everyone has given me. Thank you for all your support. And I feel like at the start of your journey, if anyone's watching and wants to do it, at the start, it feels like it's hard, and you care too much what people are going to think and everything. And then once you're doing it, you just think, I don't care. I want to live my life this way, and that's the only way you can see yourself going forward. And then you're just happier with the decision to do it. And yeah, like I said, I feel like there are like people, there are places like Trans Hub where you can get a lot of information as well, but also being able to just talk to someone and ask them questions. Like, I'm always down to answer any question, so that's why I'm offering as well, like to have anyone message me and ask me about it, because there might be some things that are missed when you look at information, and it's like just easier to ask like the specific questions that you want to know to someone who's actually done the journey before. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy, like, and yeah, I guess like yeah, I guess, yeah, it's also like even if you're around someone who you feel like you're not, like there's people that aren't being supportive of you, just remember there are people who are going to celebrate you, and there is a community out there of people who are going to be supportive. It might feel like it's all doom and gloom, but but when you'll find people who actually will support you. And yeah, I'm one of them. If you want to do the journey and live
Mm.
as your authentic self, I'm happy to help you with that and give you all the advice and information that you need. Yeah.
I've got goosebumps because I'm so like you. You know, I'm there mentoring people behind the scenes. You're so inspirational, darling. You know, I mean, someone
Thank you.
yeah, amazing that's killing it all around the world. You know, doing what you do, and look how that smile on your face just lights up this show right now. So thank you for
Thank
sharing
you.
your truth, being there for the trans community as well.
Yeah, I was asked by Greg Gould to be a part of it, and I'm not gonna lie, like lockdown has been really hard for me, and like I've just moved house, and like it's been like a really stressful time for me, like being in lockdown. And I mean, like my job is all about like connecting with people and giving like that good energy of music and everything like that. And it's just so hard to kind of just be by myself. And I've done little things like my way of like surviving lockdown has been to just listen to disco music all day. That's my favorite. I love disco. And so I'll probably be playing some disco tunes for Give Out Day. And I think like, yes, Give Out Day is also, it's important to donate, but then it's also important to share your story, to connect with people. And I think that's what Give Out Day is doing as well. Like it's bringing organizations together, and we're all just and collaborating with people like we're doing tonight as well. And yeah, it's just an amazing opportunity to get involved with the community every year. And yeah, like I said earlier, like everything's doubled on Give Out Day. You could donate every day of the year, but on Give Out Day specifically, you can donate to the organizations, and everything's doubled, and that's on giveout.org.au/projects.
And someone asked, what is your YouTube story? What's the I want to get to your story on YouTube. What was the name of the story?
My trans story, it's on YouTube, or it's a Mardi Gras event where they get people from the community. I think it starts. Oh yeah, they had, for when I did my trans story, it was earlier for Mardi Gras. They had a young trans girl who, you basically just tell your story. Like there was one trans girl who just talked about her first time ever going to Mardi Gras, and she was only 16, and how amazing it was. Then we had an Aboriginal trans woman who talked about her experience and having to live stealth back in the day. And yeah, it's just an amazing opportunity to kind of tell the story. There's also my drag story as well, where drag queens get up and talk about their story too. And that's that's all part of Mardi Gras, and it's run by Lisa Freshwater and Peter Friend as part of Mardi Gras every year. It's been around for a couple of years, but they get people from the community to just kind of tell their story. And I mean, there's always like that part of like, you know, transitioning and affirming your gender, but they wanted me to focus on like being an entertainer. And I talk about how I used to do skipping, and I was a school captain of primary school, and then I went to high school. It was like I went to an all boys high school, then I went to uni and studied music. And yeah, it was a fun experience.
What's your background? You said you lived in Bankstown. What's your background?
I'm half Filipino, half Italian, Spanish mix. Like my half a Filipino Italian. My mum's half Spanish, but I just say Filipino Italian to make it easier. I grew up in Bankstown, yeah, and I went to an all boys school in Bankstown, so I'm the product of that. I survived it. See, you can do it. You can survive high school and then live your true self. It might seem like it might be hard at the time, especially being young. Like I used to listen to the radio and like here there was a radio station called Queer Out West, and I used to listen to that. I went to the Parramatta Pride picnic, and as Jane was saying, how the focus for 2010 is about oh yeah, the catching the train in Western Sydney. Someone just commented on the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the things for out west and regional areas is just so important to have there, because there are like even just like even if a lot of people don't go to it, it's like at least it's there for someone. Like you just never know who is gonna turn up for that event, you know. And it's like some people can't get all the way to Sydney, or like, you know, it's too hard for them.
Yeah.
Going out of into the regional areas and even out into the suburbs is really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard through the grapevine that Mardi Gras could be at Western Suburbs as well, in Parramatta. So I think they're going to, yeah, that Porsche Turbo, yeah, apparently it's something like that. It's very important to be visible at Western Suburbs, because our stories, you know, I do the same thing. I mentor people behind the scenes, discreetly. Those that are struggling with being homosexual, being from a Lebanese background and so forth. So your work as a trans person doing the same thing is beautiful, and I love that. And I just want to put my hand up just for 2010 as well, to say if you need me out here in the Western Suburbs, I'm happy to oblige.
Thank you. I mean,
as well, 2010, anytime you need me.
I'm going to take you both up on that offer. Don't you worry. You know, it's that thing about the power of storytelling, you know, whether it is through like direct storytelling, sharing truth here on this form, like in this form today, seeing so many people join and tuning in, or, you know, filmmaking and podcasts. And I think that, you know, the more that we can engage with stories from our community and see what we want to be and tell stories about us, not without us, all of those, you know, they are catchphrases, but they're real. I think it's so important that we have space where, you know, people of all ages who are having, you know, divergent experiences of, you know, being anything of LGBTIQA plus, whether they're an older person, someone in the regions, a young person struggling in high school, everybody, you know, can really learn or understand other people's experiences through the power of storytelling. And I, you know, so I really value you sharing your story, Victoria, and I think my trans story and other events like it are so great. I do know that tomorrow there's a podcast launching. It's another channel, the ABC. Hope that's okay to plug it, Michael. It's called Innies and it's called Innies and Outies, and I think it's like people sharing their story about being visible or maybe not being visible, and their experiences over time. People of all ages. Mon Shafter from ABC and who's running ABC Queer is launching that tomorrow. Apparently it's going to be amazing. So that's launching October 11. And something that we worked on with Performance Space here in Sydney, they've got a festival coming out called Live Works. It's like lots of queer artists, queer new work. We did a project with Field Theory, where young folks from 2010 shared their stories, their audio stories of like what is a great night out for them or a great experience for them. And a lot of them spoke about, you know, traveling in and what it means. Diverse.
I think you're cutting out a bit.
Yeah, a little bit, Jane.
Yeah, Victoria. I think we're cutting out. Victoria, we've got a couple of minutes. So what would you like to say, Victoria, about Give Out Day? And I cannot wait to meet you, darling, and give you this big hug when we can.
I can't wait. So basically, don't forget, if you want to contribute to Give Out Day, it's giveoutday.org.au/projects, and you can choose who you want to donate to through the website. And we have the happy hour extravaganza, which is on this Friday around 5 or 6 p.m. And I'll be DJing for about 20 minutes. And yeah, so basically get involved, you know, and give out, give out day. And I would join, Ruby Rose, I think you were saying, will you join us for a Parramatta Park Mardi Gras? Definitely. I imagine like sometime in the future, because like when I was living in New York, they had a pride parade in each borough. So there'd be like one in Queens, then there'd be one in Brooklyn, then there would be one, a Staten Island one, or like there'd be the NYC one. But then like, yeah, I think we could have one. I'd love to have like a Mardi Gras going straight through Bankstown one day. Like, it would be so amazing. Like, or all the way from like Bankstown to Liverpool or something, like on the Hume Highway. Just imagine blocking the Hume Highway up and just having like the thing go, having the parade go from maybe even Punch Bowl or something, or the Kemba all the way out to Liverpool or Campbelltown even. Amazing. I'd walk it.
Let's do it.
I could lead it.
Yes, you should. We'll get Carla from Bankstown on it.
Yes. I went to school with Carla. We went to the same high school. And we went to and King George of Bankstown as well. I went to high school with him too, from Survivor.
Wow, they were like breeding stars
well.
at your school, babe.
Yeah. We were like, look what came out of Bankstown, represent.
Totally.
Represent.
Cooper, Minnie Cooper as well. We love Minnie Cooper. She came out of Granville South High School, where I came from too. So
amazing.
as long as Minnie Cooper's involved, Porsche Turbo, and yourself, Victoria, and maybe 2010 as well. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll be there. You know, I love to write a grant application. I can get, can help get some money.
Do it.
Absolutely. Important to be visible in the western suburbs. So important to be visible because there's so many people that come from cultural backgrounds like Lebanese, Italians, Greeks, Filipino community,
right.
And so forth. But we've got to save this video. So any last words? Jane, any last words, darling, about Give Out Day and 2010?
I just want to say thank you for having me. It's been so great to hang out with you both. And but yeah, if you want to support 2010 on Give Out Day, go to giveoutday.org.au or 2010.org.au, and any funds raised will be matched, as Victoria mentioned. And we're buying a people mover so that we can do more in Western Sydney and regional areas. And just remember that donating doesn't have to be big. It just, anything that you want to, you can manage to donate. Every dollar makes a difference. I always say it. So if you've got a little bit to spare, it will go a long way. So I just want to say thanks to everyone in advance for supporting us.
Thank you. And Victoria, any last words, sweetheart? I mean, you're gorgeous gorgeous international DJ that's been on festivals all around the world. That's, now I'm glad you're back in Australia because we need you here, darling. So any last word?
I say give out day. As I said, all the information you can find is on giveout.org.au. You're welcome to message me anytime if you want to ask me any questions. I'm happy to answer. And yeah, thank you so much for having me today, Michael, and thank you, Jane, as well, for the amazing work you do with 2010. And like I said, it was one of the first places I ever went and met people like me. So everything you're doing is so important. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much. It's an honor joining me tonight. And I cannot wait to meet you both. And I cannot wait to have you back on radio as well, yeah. Love you guys. Be out and proud and Give Out Day, which is Friday, but we're starting to take money raised from now. So, get on giveout.org.au. and get on to 2010 as well, and get in touch with the amazing career of Victoria as well.
Thank you,
Lovely.
Michael. Thank you,
Thank
Michael. Thank you, Victoria.
you.
Thank you. Thanks
Bye.
everybody for watching. Thank you, Ruby Rose. Thank you, everybody. And thank
Thanks
you,
for
Give Out
watching.
Day.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, everyone, for joining.
Bye.